And we're back with another day of 7 Days to Die. Day 9. We're going to do some looting today. Faux show. Let's get loaded up. Let's see. Not there. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Water. I'm going to try to pare down what it is I actually carry. I'm going to get the standard load in here and then we'll kind of see what we can eliminate. Actually, no, this works fine. We'll just do our normal deal. We'll take one egg. Okay. One thing I want to do, actually. Go ahead and fill these jars. Where is it? Where is it? It's in here. Let's get some water going. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to eat. And today we're going to loot this town, or try to. I want to be done with it by the end of tomorrow, by the end of day 10. And I think we're going to start with the funeral home. So which way? It's this way. I gotta mark that. I gotta mark the base. Keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, you guys want to get a little rhubarb going? We can do that. We can rhubarb. Come down here. There are a bunch of you. Good. Yeah, they already lost me. Keep forgetting to do this. Okay. Funeral home. I think this side door is probably the... Let's clear this crap. Any more around? No. I think the side door is probably the easiest way to go in and out of here. And we will drop a chest. A chesties. Which we have. Excellent. Excellent. I guess that's it. There's like a part of this that I missed before. Is there an upstairs? Is there an attic? No, it's all this. Yeah, so, okay, well, cool. On we go. Okay, where are we on the map? We're in the northeast corner. So, I think we should just work our way down this road. I don't know why I find the need to get rid of these things, but I just do. Where's our closest chest? We have one. I guess it's right over here. Did that. Hey, Open Range. It was good. It was good. I mean, fairly uneventful. Standard, 7-day horde, I guess. How was work? Are you working now? Cool, cool. Yeah, no, it worked great. That base, I use that base pretty much every game for the first couple of hordes. The What I'm curious about is how it'll do, beyond that. I'm convinced it'll work through at least the first month, at least. Okay, so we start here. Do this. So we're just gonna start on the northern side of town and work our way south. Good. But I've never really tried it beyond that. I mean, like when I had the old version of it, I did like 21 and maybe even 28 when I was a newbie. But I had like, non-existent game stage for that because I was, probably dying 5 times a week. Stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious. But although I'm not a big fan of the base, it serves its purpose well, and I like it for, being a quick and dirty base for getting it up, for like early in the game while you're building your real base. But I'm not a huge fan of, doing hordes like that. And I have a feeling inspiration on, well, I kind of know what I'd like to try next. I'm just not sure what, like, I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind finding another town. And that other town to settle in. And that other town that we found really isn't going to do it because part of it's wasteland and it's just, it's way down in the southeast corner. So, I don't know. Taking it a step at a time. This one, I want this town looted by the end of the day tomorrow. But day 10. I want to have the whole place. Maybe not. I'm not going to strip every fixture just yet. I'm not going to deal with all that. But I want to get it looted so I can kind of get a timer on when it's going to repop. And then like next week do the same thing with the next town over. And then, kind of in the meantime, I'd like to go search around and see if I can find another town. And if it's, if we find a really good one, I might move. Because this town's kind of And like it has what you need. But I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know what. I'm kind of wide open. I sort of usually when I go into a game, I kind of know what I want to do, And that's how I was with, the one that I didn't stream a couple weeks ago. And yeah. In fact, I'm not far. I'll run over there real fast if you want. Where are we? Well, actually, it's over here. Yeah, you know what? I'll just run over there. I'll stick the stuff in a chest over there. Actually, this wouldn't be a bad spot for a base up here, actually, because it's city block, so nice and flat and wide open. I could take that. I could take these two houses down and own this whole side of town, pretty much. I don't know. I'm restless. Going in the last game, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I pretty much did it, and it actually worked out better than I kind of imagined it would be. I mean, not that I thought it would go badly. It just went really well. And that freaking bug is a bite in the ass, I gotta say. I knew I was missing something from these things. So, there it is. It's really simple. I mean, you lose about a third of these wood spikes on a horde. I expected that, by the way. That's not anything bad. They're wood spikes. They're cheap. That's why I use them. And I normally don't do these blocks across, as we were talking about. I just went ahead and did it that way just because, I might want to try to get some longevity out of this thing, and if a catwalk gets taken out by a cop or something. I don't think this is going to survive a cop. I don't think I'll wait until we get cops, but I admit I'm curious. I kind of want to push it with this and see how far I can go. Obviously, I'll have to upgrade the spikes before then. These wood spikes, without expanding them way out, which I don't really want to do. Those are going to have to be upgraded. And, the pillars and all that will have to be upgraded to concrete. But, probably take the catwalk to iron, if I really wanted to do it. I don't know if it's really worth spending the resources on it and just suck it up and build a new base. I don't know. I'm a little salty about that, losing that base to a bug, because I was really into it. It's my favorite base design so far, but it's so involved. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is great because I mean, you're looking at with excluding this stuff in the center, forgetting about that. You're looking at like 300. Well, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. One in the ground, and then this level. So well, yeah, one in the ground, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 times 4 is what? 24. So you're looking at 240 stone, 240 clay. Some plant fibers for the frames, and then bunches of wood, for the spikes and the catwalks. And it goes up, once you've built it once and you kind of know what you're doing, it goes up in about 4 game hours, assuming you have the resources. The biggest time consuming thing is just freaking clearing the area. That takes as long as building the base, maybe a little more. So it's just cheap, and it goes up fast, and it does the trick for the first 2 hordes, so you don't have to spend a lot of resources on it. You don't have to doesn't take a lot of time. And it works for the first 2 weeks, so you can be doing other things like I'm doing now, like wasting time collecting stones. No, seriously, like, so you can do other things like loot or work on your actual base, or you know, whatever it is you want to do. But yeah, no, I go into a game kind of knowing what I'm gonna do, and that's how I was in that last one, and the one before. You know, I did the same thing in the one before that I didn't stream, and then decided I wanted to stream it because I was getting a little. I started streaming this game last fall when I was playing, and I just kind of got used to it. It's fun hanging out with people and rapping about the game, and you know, you get good advice from people, and you know, it's just cool to stream. So it's a good game to stream for me, at least. So I decided to start it over and stream that one that you saw. So I basically did the same base twice, and in the last couple of weeks, and then I lost that one to the MD5, and I don't know if I have it in me to do it for a third time in a few weeks when it involves all that digging and everything. So I don't know. I'm sitting here sounding like I'm bitching about the game. I am, because I'm bitching about that bug. It just sucks. It sucks. So I'm kind of keeping an open mind about this one because I want to try something new, but I don't like. There's no base design that I like better than that one, and it's kind of got me in a little twist, basically. Well, that was me last fall. I had that base that I was streaming get nuked. You know, and I kept an open. I kept my chin up and like started a new one and was streaming that, and I just couldn't get into it. So I stopped and just went back to Banish. Actually, I'm a big I don't know if you know the game Banish, the little indie, little medieval village builder. I've got like something like 1,800 hours played in that game or something. Even started modding for it over the winter, and I sort of have bounced back and forth between that and this, with you know a couple of exceptions. You know, I played like Far Cry when it came out, and got into Kingdom Come Deliverance for a bit. In fact, I may stream that at some point, Kingdom Come Deliverance, because it's a fun game and it's cool. It's got a nice little story to it, and it's kind of unique. Has some interesting gameplay to it. It's every bit a, you know, classic role-playing game. So I played that for like, I don't know, a couple months, you know, when that came out in February, March, I played that. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of what happened to me. I was just, it was just hard to stay into the game when that happened. Well, I mean, it's disheartening because you, yes, it's a PC game. It's disheartening because it's kind of like 7 days is cool, but like as far as like fighting and shooting games go, there are better games for that. So, you know, not to put down 7 days for that, because I think the gun system and everything is, you know, and the combat's great. But if that's what you're after, you know, there are probably better games for that. And let me see where the box is up here. You know, and it's like, as far as survival goes, well, on console, I don't know if there's really anything better. I don't know. I've never played Ark. I kind of want to check it out. I've got it, and I'd kind of like to check it out. And you know, Conan Exiles just came out, and you know, I got that in early access, but I was so into this at the time that I just didn't play it. And it's in release now, so you know that's to be seen. I've heard that's like a great game, but the mob AI is not good just yet. You know, I figure it's, you know, that game has legs, so it'll be there. So I haven't really jumped into playing that. So I don't know. I mean, you know, that I don't know of any other, you know, the Long Dark. I guess I poked around with that a little bit yesterday, but you know, it's, you know, pure survival, and you know, I don't know. It has a different feel to it. It feels like a, you know, Unity game. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not the same. This game kind of has it all kind of coming together, but it's just kind of one of those things. Like the coolest part about this game is how it all comes together, and you get to build anything. Hey, Stormy Waters. Hi, Ostro. Welcome to the channel. But you know, that's the thing. This game is kick-ass because you can change the world however you want, and you can build whatever you want. You know, but with that MD5 error, you know, and it's if you're just gonna lose bases, it's kind of like, you know, what the hell, you know. It's sort of like, why am I gonna spend the next, you know, I mean, a game week is 7 days. You know, on my, you know, I'm on 120-minute days, so that's 14 hours per week. You know, if I'm going to spend 2 weeks digging out where I'm going to put my base, you know, it's definitely a consideration that you know, the base might just decide to disappear. I don't know. I've been up all night. I couldn't sleep. I was wound up and just felt like keep playing and stream. So I'm probably being a little bitchy and whiny about it. I'm having a blast with this, and you know, I always do. I love this game, but I don't know. It's just, it sucks because I'm kind of lost right now. Because if I don't do that base design, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I have an idea. There's a like a horizontal pole design that uses wedge tips that I've been wanting to try, but you know, I don't know. I'll probably do that. Did I? So I went all the way across there. I took that one. Yeah, I did. Yep, I did. Do I want to do the trash area here? Yeah, why not? Might as well just get it done. How's it going, Stormy Waters? You like the Long Dark, huh? It seems cool. It's a completely different game, though. It's a completely different type of game, it seems. Easiest way to get mechanical parts? Well, oddly enough, lately, in the last couple of games for me, the most at once I've gotten from chests in working stiffs, tools. Like you'll get like a stack of like 10 together. No. Why is this not? But as far as yeah, filing cabinets are good. The desk chairs are solid. Air conditioning units, gas pumps are good. Although you're probably it's probably advised to not wrench the gas pumps because I think can't they spawn gas, like lootable gas? So that might be better to leave those intact. But yeah. Yeah, all of the above. Air conditioning units are solid. Those desk chairs are great. Filing cabinets. Oh, you know what's awesome? You know when you go in the commercial POIs, like like Crack-a-Books and what, uh, like Shamway Foods and whatnot, and they've got all those shopping carts all over the place. You'll find them randomly on the street sometimes too. Those give good mechanical parts also. There was a bloated hanging out around here a minute ago. There's a shopping cart right over here. Excuse me, Stormy Waters. I'll wrench it in a second. We'll see what all we get from it. Cars have mechanical parts. Not every one will give them, but they do come from cars. And you need other stuff from cars too. Ultimately, like engines and batteries and all that stuff. This wrench is about to go. Here, I'm gonna dump this stuff and then we'll wrench that. I've got a collection of bad wrenches for this. I'm trying to use this to get. If I wonder. I'm trying to see if I can get to 40 in construction tools by doing this. All right, so we're empty here. We'll see what this gives us. So there's one mechanical part. Takes an age and a day because it's bad shape. There's another one. So 3 mechanical parts and 8 iron from that. Just from that one little cart. all this. Believe I got all this. Yes, yes. Hey, open range. Actually, I have a question for you. I'm thinking about, which ironically enough, after our conversation the other day, I'm thinking about actually going for the mini bike really early in this one. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Kind of taking it a step at a time, but it's consideration because I want to explore. I want to find another town. Where is? Yeah, up here. But it's been a while since I've actually made one because like I said, I don't really usually rush it. You need a workbench to make a mini bike, don't you? I think like for the handlebars or something. Do I remember that correctly? Man, those are good. No worries. Hey, question for you, Open Range. It's I didn't know you'd stepped away, so I asked this a minute ago. Ironically, considering our conversation, i.e., my my rant the other day, I may actually rush a mini bike because I got the schematic like the last day or two, and or three, whatever. It's all kind of running together now, but and I want to explore. And it's been a while since I made one because I usually don't rush it, and I haven't been that far into a game since I got back, or like past the first month, I guess. But in any case, refresh me. You need a workbench to make a mini bike, don't you? Because I think you need it for the handlebars. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool, cool. Thanks. I haven't run across a lootable. Damn it. I haven't run across a lootable workbench. So I guess I'm gonna have to break down and make one. I just haven't really needed one yet, so I just was kind of holding out for that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll find the next town on foot and I'll get lucky with a workbench. There was a passing gas at a four-way that I found on the first day, but it had no workbench, unfortunately. Yeah, the seat too. Yeah, I seen. I remember that now. Since you mention it. Plus, I mean, you pretty much, I mean, you're gonna want to have even if you didn't need a workbench to make it, you kind of want one anyway to combine parts and make it as good as you can get it. Like, at least I would. Hey, Rambo. Yeah, I scored a chem station when I found that other town. I was in search of antibiotics. I was like in the second, like a couple days into my infection, and I was kind of concerned about it. So I just went exploring. I knew there had to be a town over there, and sure enough, there was. And got lucky with a popping pill, so I looted the chem station. Boom. Look at that. Yeah, that's how it usually goes, huh? It's either a bear or you fall off of something. I've had one death this game, and it was on day 2, and it was just a legit straight up. I got whacked. Basically, I was out here. It was when I rolled into town like at the end of the day on day 1 and hid out on the roof of a place. So on day 2, I was out running around, clearing the initial swarm of zombies, like that tend to pile up, if it hasn't been cleared yet. And I had like a couple of epic fights, you know, a dozen, 15. I think one fight I had 15, and I was just kind of cranking through these and like was doing great. And then in one of them, I like just I don't know. I didn't check behind me, and I couldn't tell from where my pack was when I got back if I backed into a car on the street and just got stuck and they nailed me, or if like other Z's came up behind me and whacked me from behind. Like I said, I was thinking I'd be able to tell from where my pack was, but it was kind of just like sort of right next to the car, so I don't know. It could have gone either way, but either way, it was just straight up just stupidity on my part. Always when you're kiting, always check behind you. Always, always, always. I think I got a little overconfident because I think I'd probably killed about like 30 zombies inside of 15 minutes at that point. And that one stings. That one stings because I can't say it was dogs. You know, I can't say it was a bear. You know, can't say I fell off of something. You know what I mean? It's just one of those ones I straight up got whacked. Probably would have helped if I'd kept a better eye on my health too. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to. I want to clear this because I actually want to try to get this on a little bit of a schedule. You know, it's real early. I want to try to get this thing done by the end of the day tomorrow, like the whole town, so everything's repopping by day 40, so I can actually remember to do it. At some point, I'll come back and strip down all the fixtures and wrench all that stuff, but I don't really need all that right now. I'm not making ammo. I'm not, not making lights. All that stuff. So. But I want to get these boxes repopping. I do want the cloth though. Since we're here, we'll take the plastic. I'm not taking the pictures either. Do I understand correctly? Those melt down for glass like really well. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I've got it maxed. That's why I'm just now doing all this because it took a few days to get that up. It's like if you gotta wait 30 days for a repop, I'd rather just wait a couple first and get Quality Joe up before I do it. You know what I mean? And if I'm doing the thing where I start digging and building first, I'll just wait. I'll just wait until I can squeeze it in before I loot. That's why like like I said, I'm doing things a little differently this time, and that's why I'm kind of making a point of doing all this, because usually I don't loot this early, or loot like this at least. Where am I going? I'm going, let's see, east. And this we did, yes. Nope. Oh, that's awesome, Rainbow. Why'd you start over, man? We need to see some hunting knife and spike club loving from some of these some of these bookshelves. Yeah, snowberries are great. Like you can't sustain on them. Like they don't. They give like the minimal fullness, and they're poisonous. So you can't eat enough of them at once to stay ahead of your need to eat, your hunger or whatever you want to whatever. Yeah, I guess that would be it, hunger, right? So you can't sustain on this. This is gonna go as much as it pains me to do it. A purple item, but that's gone. So you can't live on them. But if you eat, I used to do 4 and then I bumped it up to 5. I don't think you want to go more than 5 though. I think 6 will poison you. So if you eat like 5 every like couple of game hours, it basically just stretches out your food. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of snack on them. Thinking I missed a house. I gotta remember to get this one over here. Let's see, so that was the one we just did. Check this. Okay, here we go. Oh, you did it. You did an open game. New boots. Let's go. I gotta invest in the fixer. I didn't want to blow the points yet, but let's see, where is... Man, that's crawling. That's absolutely crawling. I'm gonna have to actually build something. Before I forget, Okay, so that's that. No, that house isn't even represented on the map. So, and I did these. The major POIs have been done. So, I think this was the next. Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack and get this, and that way I kind of know everything's done except for what's south of this street tomorrow, because we're getting close to time. Oh man, that's painful to hear. Open range. That's like ridiculous. Cause I ate at Taco Bell more than I norm. I mean, I'll eat at Taco Bell like, you know, like maybe once a month, maybe, you know, like once every two. And then when they were doing that promotion, I was going to Taco Bell like twice a week, trying to win an Xbox One X. Starving kids in Africa, man. Need to do the right thing with that console. You should. You should. It's a good system, man. I very much enjoyed mine. I wound up buying one. And I don't regret it. Hey, Queen Popopulous, did I pronounce that right? Welcome to the channel. That's the other reason I wouldn't mind finding another town to actually settle in, is I get turned around like crazy in this one. That's coming with us, actually. Whoa. Over here, sweetheart. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm just glad I didn't completely butcher your name. Welcome to the channel, nonetheless. Or regardless, I guess is the actual word I'm looking for. Got that earlier, I think, yeah. You know what I wish this game had? I wish there was an actual, like, place, like in the menus, you know, like in here, where you could see a list of what damn it, what schematics you have, and maybe even don't have. Because when you play a lot of different games, it kind of all starts sort of running together. Yeah, I seem to remember C-Lab. I don't really watch a ton of shows, so couldn't tell you anything about it, but I seem to remember something about it. Okay, we gotta focus. We got less than 10 minutes to do all of this. So that's cool. I mean, we did pretty much most of it. We just got little stuff here. Just basically this block. Not that. Not this. Not that. Thrashed another wrench. Well, that's going to be our cue to go in for the night. Unless we get or lest we get a wandering horde with a minute and a half to go, or not even, like 40 seconds to go before sundown, like we did in that other game. And we're going to hold on to these. Actually, In the blue, baby. Very cool. Very cool. Welcome back. I haven't decided. Like, shovels move a little faster, but they're more expensive. They cost you um, one more wood and one more plant fiber for each one. And they craft a little bit slower, but they level up a little faster. I don't know. I haven't decided, honestly. Like, I go back and forth. Like, I'll stick with axes for a while, and then it seems like that's not moving, and then I'll go to shovels, and it seems like it moves a little faster. And I'm on the shovel side at the moment. You know, ask me again on the next game, and I'll tell you something different. Like, bows will move weapon crafting faster than clubs will, but I stick with clubs on that because wood is so abundant and clubs craft so fast. And the bows are real chunky on plant fibers, and having to go collect plant fibers for this kind of sucks. So, but with shovels, it kind of works out. But if you're tight on plant fibers, you should definitely stick with axes because they're that adds up over time. But I don't know. I've had a few places where it didn't kill me to clear plant fiber, clear plants, like out by the farm out here and over at the temporary horde base, and so it kind of worked out where I've got plant fiber. I'll have to go get more, but I don't know. It changed. I go back and forth like in those games when I was digging those big pits and I'd be in there overnight. I would do this while digging overnight, and then I would stick with axes because you don't want to be you want to stretch them out, because I was digging during the day a lot too. Yeah, the clubs work. Clubs work well. They take a while. Like the 500s or the 400s are awful. in clubs. But, you know, wood's just so abundant, you know, on console. They haven't retuned, you know about that, right? On the PC, they completely retuned how wood works. Like you don't get tons of wood from trees like we do on PC now. But they also retuned the cost of everything. There's a trick you can do. I don't know if you. I tried it for the first time in the last game. A guy was posted about it a while back, and I thought I'd give it a shot. And it's a little funky at first, but once you get used to it, it's really cool. If you have a workbench, you can use the workbench queue to do your scrapping. So basically, you just load like a full stack of wood into your inventory, and then have it just make the max clubs, and you don't have to do the two steps. Basically, you just sit there and on one, on the same square like this, you just sit there and just recycle, scrap as fast as it'll go, and like basically you're only limited to the speed of your workbench to scrap. Basically, you just spam it. You can one finger it basically, and it just runs, and you don't have to do the whole back and forth, and that helped a lot in the 400s on that last game, because you don't I mean, you waste a little bit of time. Because I don't like to have to do this when I can be outside doing stuff. I just do this at night, or if I'm not doing anything else that really involves my inventory, like digging one of those massive holes. I mean, you just got to kind of keep an eye on your what iron and stone you're bringing in, but as long as you can accommodate that, you can spam craft. But yeah, it's a neat trick. It's cool, and it kind of maximizes your time of doing it, because you're like, it slows down your craft. Like if you've got the quicker crafting perk, it's a little slower than that would allow for just flat out crafting, because you're at your scrap. You're using it. It's limited to your scrap queue, not your crafting speed or your scrapping speed, as opposed to your crafting speed. But just not having to do the whole back and forth, I think it speeds it up. Not having to change loads, so to speak. You just sit there and just crank them out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll probably do it in this one if I get a workbench up and going. I'm gonna have to do something about a workbench soon. I'd rather not spend the points on it. I'd really rather my next points go to steel if I've got the skill to do it. Which, how's that looking, by the way? Construction tools. I got 15 points of construction tools to go. I don't know if wrenching is gonna exactly pull it off. I'm gonna have to get creative. Maybe take a break out of this one night and just build wood blocks or something. Because you can spam that. I've tried it once, and it was awkward, and I didn't really care for it. And usually I'm building, so it doesn't really matter. It goes up pretty quick on its own if you're through normal use. But I'm not really building anything at the start of this game, so I might give that a try. I want to get tools a little further on though before I stop to do that. All right, guys. Well, I like to reset the game. Usually between 3 and 3:30. I kind of went a little, kind of lost track tonight. Um, because of the dreaded MD5 error we have on Xbox. It didn't help with my last game, but you know, I like to stick to it. It makes for a nice 2-hour session on 120-minute days. And I can't cast out of the Xbox without a game running, so. Um, to reset the game, I've got to stop the stream. But I've got the momentum going, I think, and I think I'm good for at least one more day before I take a longer break. So let me do that, and I will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. I just gotta stretch my legs for a second and get something to drink, and I will start back up, and we'll tackle day 10. Appreciate everybody joining. Open range. It was nice chatting with you, and as always. And I'll be back. I'll be back in a few. Thanks.